March 6, 1933. Financial pause. In the depths of the Great Depression, the United States faced an unprecedented financial crisis. Banks across the country were failing, and public confidence in the financial system was at an all-time low. In response, President Franklin D. Roosevelt declared a nationwide bank holiday on March 6, 1933, a pivotal moment that played a significant role in stabilizing the American banking system. Prior to Roosevelt's inauguration on March 4, 1933, the banking system was in disarray. By that time, 38 states had already declared bank holidays or imposed restrictions on withdrawals to prevent further bank runs. The public's trust in financial institutions had eroded, leading to widespread panic and hoarding of cash. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, President Roosevelt acted swiftly. On March 6th, he issued Proclamation 2039, mandating a 4-day national bank holiday from March 6th to March 9, 1933. This proclamation suspended all banking transactions, including the withdrawal and transfer of funds, effectively freezing the banking system. The purpose of the bank holiday was to prevent further bank failures and restore public confidence. During this period, the federal government conducted inspections of banks to determine their solvency. Only those deemed financially stable were permitted to reopen, ensuring that depositors' funds were secure. To provide a legal framework for these actions, Roosevelt convened a special session of Congress on March 9, 1933. In an atmosphere of urgency, Congress passed the Emergency Banking Act the same evening. This legislation granted the President broad authority over banking transactions and allowed for the reopening of solvent banks under Treasury supervision. The Emergency Banking Act also empowered the Federal Reserve to issue additional currency backed by bank assets, providing banks with the necessary liquidity to meet depositors' demands upon reopening. This measure was crucial in reassuring the public that their deposits were safe. On March 12, 1933, the evening before banks were scheduled to reopen, President Roosevelt delivered his first fireside chat, a radio address aimed directly at the American people. In this address, he explained the actions taken to address the banking crisis and urged the public to trust the reopened banks. His reassuring tone and clear communication played a significant role in restoring public confidence. When banks began to reopen on March 13, 1933, the public's response was overwhelmingly positive. Depositors lined up not to withdraw their funds, but to redeposit the cash they had hoarded during the crisis. Within 2 weeks, Americans had returned more than half of the currency they had withdrawn before the bank holiday, signaling a remarkable restoration of trust in the banking system. The success of the bank holiday and the Emergency Banking Act marked a turning point in the nation's financial crisis. By stabilizing the banking system and restoring public confidence, these measures laid the foundation for further economic recovery efforts under Roosevelt's New Deal. In retrospect, the 1933 bank holiday was a bold and necessary intervention. It demonstrated the federal government's willingness to take decisive action in the face of economic turmoil and highlighted the importance of public trust in the stability of financial institutions. This episode remains a significant example of crisis management and leadership during one of the most challenging periods in American history. For enthusiasts of historical ephemera, visit history-collectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history.